are here live in Atlanta. I am Cam, K-A-M, and I'm here with Mike Ben.
That's right.
We're going to get a little personal and dig into his life a little bit. He's smiling over there. Is that all right?
I'm ready for you.
All
'Cause
right.
I know you gonna get deep.
I am. I'm going to get deep.
All right. I'm ready for
So,
it.
actor,
Uh-huh.
entertainer,
Okay.
host,
Uh-huh.
comedian.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
So, I know that you hold all those titles.
Okay.
And the obvious thing, guys, is that his height. I know that you can't see it. Pretty short. I want to dig into that a little bit, and I want to kind of know a little bit where and how you grew into this.
Okay.
And if we could, take me back. 12-year-old Mike Ben
Okay.
in your bedroom.
12-year-old. 12-year-old. Ugh. Okay. What was that? 12 years old. 12 years old. I think I was living in Jacksonville, Florida at the time. My mother just divorced my father. We moved to Jacksonville, which to me was a big city, coming from
Okay.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
So didn't have any friends, and it's crazy. We moved to Jacksonville. The first day in the neighborhood, I got in a fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it your height? Tell us.
I was just a new kid in the neighborhood, and
Okay.
they were playing this game called Be Let It.
Okay.
And I saw the guys, so I was at the ice cream truck, and I bought a bubble gum something, like the little snow cone with the bubble gum at the bottom. I bought Snowball or something. I bought a snowball, and I said Snowball, and about 6 people hit me.
Okay.
And I just turned around and hit the first person I saw and let them know that I wasn't no pushover. So, welcome to Jacksonville.
Wow. Okay. So Florida.
Yeah.
You originated out of Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
This passion for these different arenas or different genres that you're in.
Uh-huh.
Where did it come from? What did you see?
What do you mean, in acting? What do you
In
mean?
acting and entertaining and all of this. What did you see that
Uh,
made you want to go into this world? We can start with acting.
Okay. Well, I guess I always loved entertaining. I always loved making people happy. Like when I was young, people would come to my house. I would share my toys with everybody. I would share my instruments with everybody. I was the guy trying to make everybody happy. So I was always entertaining as a little kid. And then I grew up to start doing parties. I just love people around. I love throwing parties and
Okay.
DJing and stuff like that. And then it became a young lady of mine, who now is my wife.
Okay.
She told me you should get into doing stage plays.
Okay. Shout out to the wife.
Yeah, so she set it up for me to do a audition for a stage play,
Okay.
and when it bit me, I took off. That
what
was
was
it.
the name of that play? Do you remember?
Oh man, Reality Check
Okay.
by Daryl Rubin Hall, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was some time ago.
So speaking of that, I guess if you could tell me one of your favorite actors or actresses that you cling to, that you kind of studied their craft or that you look to.
I wanted to be just like Bill Cosby
Wow.
because my mother was going through so much pain
Okay.
when we got divorced. And on Thursday nights, I'll never forget it, my whole family, my mother, my 2 sisters, and me would sit in the living room and we would watch Bill Cosby, this Cosby Show.
Okay.
And I remember Cosby would make my mother laugh.
Wow.
And I used to lay on the floor and watch it. And I used to be like, I want to be like him.
Wow. So
Yeah.
do you think he touched those girls growing up? Bill Cosby.
I don't know. I can't put no judgment on that man. I don't know. I know I saw him on TV, and that's the man like everybody got their past. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's your take. You're not judging.
Nah. I'm taking it for the positive of what he did.
Okay. I like that.
Because we all got some dirt up on our carpet.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Because if this was the other way around, I don't know
Yeah.
if I could
Yeah.
be as transparent as
The
you.
mic being pee out the backyard, I don't
Right.
know, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, what is I guess I would say, what is your passion? What drives you out of the bed to do what you do every morning? What is it that literally kicks you out of bed?
Because I love what I do. I love what I do. And I hated working for people. I got fired from every job I ever been on.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I like doing what I want to do when I want to do it.
Okay.
Like, I do. So I had to create my own.
Okay.
As a little boy I remember I was in 6th or 7th grade. My older sister had a high school party at my mom's house. And the DJ didn't show up.
Okay.
And I remember I took 2 tape decks and some speakers, and I DJ'd her party.
Okay.
And the older seniors and people in her class was coming to me like, man, you rock that party. So after then, I just fell in love with entertainment. I just love to entertain. I love to make people have a good time.
Wow.
Right.
So I guess I would ask on the comedian level, which one of the comedians would you say paved the way for you?
Comedian, Eddie Murphy, most definitely.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I was too young to really know the Richard Pryor. Like, I had to go back and study Richard Pryor, but I grew up with Eddie Murphy. You know, Richard Pryor had to go back on YouTube and really study him. But Eddie is like, he's a well-rounded comedian.
Okay. So speaking of that, laughs and giggles and all that, what happens when you, and we're going to get into his shows a little bit, what happens when you're at your show and you have that person in the audience and you know you spent time writing that script and you know, and you didn't get a laugh on that front row.
Right.
How do you feel?
Ooh, how do you feel? Like I didn't do my job.
Okay.
You know, like, do I do stand-up comedy? Not really. I can, but I'm more of a comedic actor.
Right, in your shows.
Yeah, in my shows.
When
but
they get to that punchline.
When I do it and I don't get that laugh, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Or how can I make that better? Or I go back and watch it and let me try to restructure it. And then sometimes people just might not find what I'm saying funny.
Okay.
Which is frustrating as hell, but...
Yeah, I often wonder that about people that write scripts.
Right.
With plays and different shows,
Right.
how they handle that. When
Right.
you're looking in that audience and you don't get that laugh.
Don't look them in the face. No, don't ever do that.
Okay.
Don't ever do that. Like, when you're on stage and even when you're hosting, I learned that from DJing with a Cool Running, and his name was Shane, and Shane taught me a lot about hosting long time ago. Don't look that person. It's all about vibes. So if that person is sitting there giving you like that face, don't look at that person. Find that person in the crowd that's like vibing with you. And when you need that pick me up, go back to him. So what you think? And they give you that, and then after a while, everybody else will kind of catch on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was doing a little research on you, and I saw that.
Hold on one second. I gotta take this call. This an agent from California. We can keep it rolling, but agent from California. Hello. You're speaking with him.
It's Mike Ben, y'all. I mean, it's what it is.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I did receive the call sheet, and I would definitely be there at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, so is this the Kevin Hart production, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, yes, ma'am. I'll be there 6 a.m. Is there anything?
Thank you.
Is there anything particular? I didn't see a wardrobe. Anything I need to wear, or?
No. Because the way that they have it, Kevin's playing all the characters, so no, you won't need to worry about any wardrobe.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely be there.
Okay.
6 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I hope y'all got all that. I'm working out here. I'm working with Kevin Hart tomorrow. All right, go. Let's get back to work. All right, go. Here we go.
So, we're still down in Florida. We haven't brought him up to Atlanta. We're going to get to that. I want to know, what was one of the toughest things that you saw growing up? In the house or outside of the house?
Toughest things I saw?
What was one of them?
My mom get a divorce.
Walk me through that a little bit. What did it do to you?
I didn't know what was happening, but I know one day my mom packed up and she was like, we're going to Granny house.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, we go to Granny house all the time on the weekend, but it was a little different because we were taking the bunk beds and the beds, and we was living at my grandma's house. And I was like, wow. And I remember going to counseling with my parents and to see what my mother was going through. And we grew up in like a white neighborhood, so my grandma lived in the hood. So to go from like suburban to the hood is like, whoa, it was
a culture shock. How old were you?
Back then I was maybe in third or fourth grade.
Okay.
Yeah, third or fourth grade, or whatever age you are at third or fourth grade.
Wow. So if you could write a script about that particular time in your life, what would that be called? What title would you give that?
Pain don't last always.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It was a troublesome time for my mom, but we went through it. And then my mom was a very strong woman.
Okay.
And You know, everybody brag about living in the hood. My mom always made sure we had the best. We didn't move to the projects, but we moved to like, you know, low income housing,
Okay.
only for her to quit her job to go back to school to get a better degree so she called it stepping back to leap
go
forward.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I
we
can
lived
definitely
there for about 6 months, 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
And then we moved to Jacksonville, yeah.
Okay, to Jacksonville, to Florida.
Yeah.
Well, you've always been in Florida. Wow. Okay. So
Right.
at that time, you're third, fourth grade. You're growing up,
Right.
and you. What year or what age did you start writing? Did you actually pick up that paper?
Writing comedy?
Mm-hmm.
When I moved to Atlanta,
Okay.
when I got here, I didn't even know I was doing this.
Wow.
I didn't even know I could write. Writing for me was the worst subject in school ever.
Get out of here.
Ooh, man, spelling test for me was the worst. I had all words written on my arm and my hand and my hat and my wrist.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I never studied. I was horrible in school. I think I went to summer school every year.
Get out.
I did. I hated school. I hated school.
Wow. So you take someone
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
that with that past,
Right.
and you come up and you develop these 4 characters
Right.
that I was able to witness. I've seen it. I've watched it
Right.
on all your social media sites.
Okay.
So you get to Atlanta and you are writing, and there's
Right.
4 different characters. I want you to kind of walk us through those 4 because I know that these are people that maybe you've seen or
Right.
that you can relate to.
Right.
And those people are Meddy Brewer.
Meddy Brewer.
Talk
Right.
to me about Meddy.
Meddy is really my grandmother. I just didn't use her name.
Okay.
I didn't use my grandmother's name. But Meddy Brewer, the actual real Meddy Brewer,
Okay.
my mom used to be executive director of Eartha White Nursing Home in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
And I used to work downstairs in the snack bar for like a little part-time job after school. And this lady named Meddy Brewer used to come down every night about 9:30, and she was a diabetic. I couldn't give her cookies. And she would say, let me get 3 Musketeers. And I was like, Miss Meddy, you know you can't get no 3 Musketeers. She used to tell me, go to hell. She'd tell me to go to hell. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. So I used her name, but really Meddy Brewer, the character, is really my grandmother.
It's really your grandmother.
Leo
Wow.
LeGreen, yeah, Leo
Wow.
LeGreen, yeah.
Wow. What? Sugar Dick Ricky.
I
like Sugar Dick Ricky. I don't know if y'all seen him or not, but he's a smooth criminal. I like him.
Yeah. Sugar Dick Ricky comes from my aunties in Perry, Florida, like Cynthia and Wanda.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you why, because my dad's side of my family lived in Perry, Florida.
Okay.
So on the weekend, my mom would take us to my dad's side of the family. I would
Okay.
stay with my grandma. So my aunties used to have Prince on the wall, Morris Day and the Time on the wall, Climax on the wall,
Okay.
Mary Jane Girls on the wall, Rick James. So that era was the leather and all that. So I just fell in love with that kind of music, like the Climax, the No Parking on the Dance Floor, and all that kind of stuff. So Sugar Dick Ricky is a mixture of that, plus it's a part of my personality. I'm a little freaky. If you don't tell nobody. That's
We're not gonna go there right now, but we will. Rufus.
Rufus
Who
is
the hell is Rufus?
my uncle.
Okay.
My uncle real name is called Rufus Jones.
Okay.
And Rufus is Rufus is his daddy, Ariel Jones. And when I would go down to my grandmother's house, Ariel would sit on the porch, smoking his Marlboro cigarettes, and he would talk so much smack, tell you what you need to know who, but he kept his flask with some whiskey in it, and he kept his Marlboro cigarettes. So Rufus is like a mixture of like my uncles and my granddad together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. So before we get into this last character,
Right.
I want to kind of tie this into my question, and then we'll go back to that character. But you were arrested. Tell me
Arrested?
about that.
Oh, arrested.
You were
Woo.
arrested. You did some time.
Oh,
Talk to me about that.
I was high-headed. 20, damn, you really did read this in deep. Okay, let's go. You went deep. I was 25 years old. I was immature.
Okay.
I was 25, and it was my first family.
Okay.
And how I got arrested was like this. Me and my daughter's mother, I wasn't mature enough to have a family then.
Okay.
I know that now because I was at college. I was 24. I just wasn't ready to settle down.
Okay.
So it was a lot of arguing back and forth, but we had a child, so
Yeah.
we're trying to make it work.
Right.
The incident happened one day where I went to go pick my daughter up, and when I got there, my daughter's mother friend was babysitting. So when we got there, my daughter had like a quarter pound of doo-doo in her pamper. And you know, she's a female, so I'm thinking about about rashes and all kind of stuff. Yeah. So I'm cussing her out.
Okay.
So on the way taking my daughter home, my daughter's mother, why you cussing out my friend? What's your problem? I'm like, F her and F you. She got this and that. So when she came home, we started arguing, and we arguing. So I just got mad. I put my daughter in the car. I snatched her keys.
Okay.
Didn't take my car, I don't know why. Snatched her keys, and I just drove off.
Okay.
So in the heat of the passion, she called the police. When the police, you know, when she called the police, she said some things. So the police looking for me. So I just went to my homeboy house around the corner. Me, my daughter, we sitting there chilling. One thing led to another, and all I know, I heard the helicopter outside and the people with the bullhorn, hey, come out the house. So my friend's roommate opened the door, the cops came in with the tasers and the guns, and I panicked. So I kind of balled up to, you know, cover my daughter to keep from getting, you know, hit with the taser or possibly shot.
Right.
I'm in a country town called Tallahassee.
Exactly.
These white men, you know. So as soon as I put the baby down, pop, they hit me with the tasers. I woke up that next morning and went to court. So I'm thinking like, okay, they finna let me out. It's just an argument. Shh, man, please. The charges I was facing was grand theft auto because I took her car, petty theft because her phone was in the car, fleeing and eluding because I drove off, and so they said I ran from the police, and then kidnapping.
Wow.
So then my daughter's mother at the time, she realized how serious it was. Her calling police just like, I'm gonna teach him a lesson. But when she got in the courtroom, it was like, whoa, this is serious.
Right. All these charges.
Yeah, so she told the judge, you know, I was just mad, but I didn't know it was this serious. The judge looked her in her face and said, nah, we scared for you. Bow, no bail.
Wow.
And I sat in that jail for like 6 months
Oh,
over a big misunderstanding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was one thing that you carried from jail to now?
Don't react off your first trigger thought. The first reaction is the wrong reaction.
Okay, so pause.
Yeah, don't ever go on your trigger thought. So when you in a heated especially if it's an aggravating, fussing situation, whatever your first thought is, don't do it.
Wow.
Because when I was actually incarcerated, the time I was there, 40 to 50% of the guys in there were in there because they reacted on their trigger thought. They trigger thought, yeah.
Always the thing. I asked them that because I wanted to relate it to, I know that a lot of pastors, a lot of reverends, they have pasts. Right. They carry pasts and they carry their pasts into the pulpit.
Right.
This next character, Reverend Jacob Bishop Shoulderling.
Right, okay.
I wanted to know about this character, but I also wanted to know what your thoughts was with, you know, people like that maybe carried their past and this is who they become. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Reverend Jacob Bishop Shoulderling, really? He don't have no past because he ain't the right kind of preacher. Okay. Like, he's just that crooked jackleg preacher. He's just that scammer, that hustler. I'm going to get paid off you.
Sounds like a pass to me.
Yeah, it's like a pass. A lot of pass.
A lot of pass.
I was fortunate enough to be raised in like 4 different denominations. Okay. When I first grew up, we were Seventh-day Adventists. Then my mother, we left, and I think we went to non-denomination. Then we tried Baptist, and then I think we tried, I don't know the name of it, but it was different religions. Yeah, right. And just the way my family is, we find something funny in every situation. Okay. So I would watch the Seventh-day Adventist pastor, and I would see the funny stuff he did, and the Baptist pastor, and yes, Miss Mary, come on in, and I'm rubbing her, and everything like that, you know. So, you know, it was just funny to me. So that's what he calls. He's a schemer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a schemer.
So on your tagline, on your Instagram, which is Mike Ben 96, you say you only live once. So party until the lights come on. What does that mean to you?
Have fun every day. Don't, you know, us as black people, the first thing we do is, hey girl, let's go drink. Right. Let's have a good, hold on, let me try to, let me think about it. Let me figure it out. Okay. That's one thing about white people I like. White people have a good time. The white people have a good, you know, I ain't doing no rock climbing or no skydiving, but white people have a good time. Okay. And it's like, I wish more black people just live.
Mhm.
Just live. Go do. It ain't always about spending money. Come on. Because before you know it, you go wake up. Before you know it, you go wake up, you go be 50, 70, 80 years old. And you be
Yeah.
like, damn, I wish I did go to the club with my girls. I wish I did take that trip to the Bahamas. I wish I did, you know.
Actually live. I think
Yeah.
I can definitely relate to that. I
Right, yeah.
just got into that, and I'm 36, so I
There you
like
go.
that tagline.
Right, it's time to live.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say a series of phrases.
Right. You
And
didn't
I
talk about my
want
last.
you to-
Oh, you did Bishop and Meddy. No, you didn't talk about.
I took a minute.
Oh, okay, you
Maybe
did talk
we're
about
right. I
Meddy.
hit
Yeah.
all four.
Okay.
But we're gonna go back to that because I want to talk a little bit about your show. But I want to say a few phrases, only about 5,
Right.
and I want you to give me 1 to 2 word responses or what you would say.
All right.
And once you hear these, what do
Okay.
you think about?
All right.
First one is sex trafficking.
Sick. Psychotic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you got to traffic to get sex,
Mhm.
especially in Atlanta, oh my God, like you sick, man.
Wow. Wow. Your 5th grade English teacher.
Fifth
Or
grade.
English teacher. Grade school.
Miss Matthews. She taught math at FAMU High.
Okay.
Miss Matthews.
Wow. Miss Matthews got a smile. What's going on?
Nah, I'm shocked I remember her name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she
a lot
used to beat us with a belt. They don't do that no more. I remember I was always the clown in class.
Wow.
And I remember I was in class. Miss Matthews had a belt and she walked down.
They used to have those back in the day. I
And
remember
she,
Rod. I
yeah,
remember
and she
Rula.
walked down the
Yeah.
being pie would hit my arm.
Uh,
That's crazy. Wow, I remember that.
she didn't play.
Nah, she did.
Donald Trump.
Hustler.
Wow.
Hustler. Yeah, I think he just hustling the government.
Okay. Good at business.
Yeah, he just a hustler. I mean, because at the end of the day, people talk about Trump being crazy,
Mhm.
but Trump ain't do nothing but what Obama did.
Okay.
And this is what I mean. When Obama got in office, so many whites or Republicans, let me say Republicans, not whites, because
Okay.
a lot of whites voted for Obama.
That's true.
But a lot of Republicans wouldn't vote for him. So Obama know he needed that extra push.
Okay.
So what he did when he got Jay-Z, Jeezy, T.I., and he took it to the hood. So all those project, low-income housing people that probably never voted, they voted for Obama. Okay. So now Trump get in office. So now the Democrats for damn sure ain't finna vote for him, and the Republicans like, hell no, because you ain't one of us. So what Trump did? He went to the hood, but the hood was the trailer park and the rubber flag swingers and these people, and they put him in office. And now he in office and he ain't doing the damn thing for him now.
Wow. What if he recruited you?
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
Nah, couldn't do it.
You're not going.
Nah, his face ain't clean. I can't do
Wow.
it. I mean, just because he'll hustle don't mean I, work with him.
Wow.
I respect his hustle, how he hustled it.
Okay.
But him as an individual,
I hear a lot
nah.
of people say that.
Yeah,
I hear
he's
lot
a
of people
hustler.
say
Yeah, he a hustler. Yeah, I think he just hustling the government. I think when he comes out of office, he's definitely gonna be a trillionaire or close to it. He gonna be in the high billions.
that. Wow.
Yeah, he hustling the world.
Wow. Your ex-wife.
No, I got an ex-wife,
Ex-girlfriend.
girlfriend, daughter's mother, or just ex-girlfriend.
One that you spent the time.
Oh, beautiful individual.
Wow.
Like it's crazy.
Mhm.
We never got in arguments until after we had a baby,
Wow.
because we just didn't understand.
Mhm.
And I think it was more, I'm gonna blame it more, it was more me.
Mhm.
She's a smart woman, educated woman, SBI. She was beautiful, didn't wear makeup. My daughter now, she raises her. My daughter's she's a junior Olympic swimmer.
Okay.
My daughter's straight A student. Don't wear makeup, jewelry, nothing like that. So, phenomenal woman.
Wow.
Yeah, I really hope she finds a good person that compliments her.
To hear that.
Yeah.
And then the last one is stay woke.
Stay woke. Is that a question?
That's a phrase.
Stay woke.
What is your 1 and 2 response to that 1, 2 word response?
Stay woke. Don't believe the first thing. Don't believe the cover. Research it.
Okay.
Like, look into it. Somebody say the sky blue. All right, I see. I hear what you're saying, but go look into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe the world is. I believe a lot of the world is. 80% of the people in the world want to be told what to do.
Okay.
So that's why the police speak with such force. Get down!
You're right.
you know. But I'm like, I'm the type of person, get down. Why? You know, what you getting down for? You got to tell me, you know, I was one of those. That's why I got my ass beat all the time. I kept my ass whooping.
This is really him. This is really
Yeah,
him.
I kept my ass whooping. I kept one of those.
So you get to Atlanta, this
Right.
beautiful
Yes, it is
city.
beautiful out here. Yes, it is. It is.
With all this temptation,
Oh, Lord.
you're married.
Woo!
Whew,
Yeah,
a beautiful woman.
yeah.
How do you keep it tight, keep it right in those things?
I think about what I went through in my first relationship
Okay.
and what it's worth.
Okay.
Now, if I would have moved to Atlanta at maybe 26 years old,
Mhm.
yeah, I probably would have cheated.
Wow.
Yeah, but now it ain't worth it.
Mm.
To have a woman, you know, in Jacksonville, I had it all. I had the club, the NFL team it was any given day you could come to my house and the whole NFL, the whole Jaguar defense, offense was in my crib, chilling, partying. One of the highest paid defensive linemen in the history of the NFL was my business partner.
Okay.
You know, $30-something million back then. So I'm riding Rolls Royce Phantoms, all kind of stuff, high-rise hotels at a young age.
Okay.
And I was, you know, but when I lost it all and I fell on my face hard, when I really fell hard, this woman was there.
Okay.
She really stuck by me, and she was counting my money at the door.
Wow.
And what really made me fall for her, like hard for her, was one night I was doing parties, and I think I made like $15,000.
Okay.
Like $15,732 something.
Okay.
Something happened and the register was short $10.
Okay.
I'm like, man, forget that $10. I done
Let's
made
go.
$15,000.
Right,
Fuck
right,
that $10. You know, that's how I was feeling. And no, she was just adamant about she wanted to count the money. I'm like, hell no, girl, let's get out here and go party. The next day she was crying about $10. And come to find out, it was so much money in the register. When you pulled the register out, the money was behind. It was stuck behind the register. So to have a woman that adamant about $10
Okay.
when you made $15,000, that's when I was like, yeah,
She the one.
yeah.
Wow. That's
Because
awesome.
any other woman like, man, hell with that 15.
Right,
you
let's
know,
go.
yeah,
Let's keep it
they would
going.
have got that, yeah.
Wow. So you're in Atlanta. You're doing your thing. I know that the most recent thing that you worked on was the Mike Benn Show,
Right.
and it was not too far from here.
Right.
At the Art Center for Georgia Tech.
Right.
Everyone that came there, what was the message? What was the one message that you wanted to convey to the person that was sitting in the audience over in that show?
What I wanted to convey to the audience was this. I try to take you back. Like Rufus has a shotgun house, Bishop Shodeline has a church, Medi has a salon. I try to take you back when you was growing up and things were fun.
Okay.
And then in my comedy, I do have a message, so it's like I slickly throw little slick stuff out there. So, you know, I'm like a open, conscious-minded thinker, so I try to slip little stuff in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's salon scene.
Right.
You're a man. You're dressed up, and you have on a dress.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you're in Atlanta. It's a lot of homosexuality, a lot of things going on. Take us to your thoughts on men that are dressing up, characters
Right.
in dresses.
Right.
How do you relate that and say that that's comedy, that's okay, and how do you tell us a little bit about that?
I've heard what Dave Chappelle have said about men wearing dresses and stuff like that, and America society is trying to put all black men in dresses. I can't say that for me
Okay.
because nobody ever put a gun in my head and said, you go wear this dress, Mike Benn.
Okay.
Nah, like, you know, my father left my mother at a young age,
Okay.
so every Saturday morning I had to go to the salon with my mother. So as I'm sitting there, I'm seeing all these women talk about men. That's where I learned a lot of my game from.
Wow.
So to hear my grandmama talking about it, my aunties talking about it, I just thought it was funny to me.
Okay.
So, and my grandma was such an amazing, funny, no filter on her mouth type woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could see my grandmama, if my grandma did entertainment, you could put my grandma on stage for an hour and you would pay $50 to see her, just to hear what she say. So when I do Medi, it's like me taking what I learned from my grandmama and I'm performing it for you.
Okay.
So it's like me giving homage to my grandmother. So it's ain't nobody. I'm not gay. I'm not homosexual. No,
Okay.
no. But
Wow.
You know, it's just really paying homage to my grandmama. Like, I don't have no problem, you know. It doesn't bother me. When people say that, you got to wear a dress because you're in Atlanta, I feel you homophobic.
Right.
I feel that you got a problem because nobody put a gun in my head and say, you're going to do this to be funny. Okay, that's what you chose to do. I might not choose to be that character you did. I might not choose to be that crackhead, or I might not choose to be that role.
Okay.
You know, so I have no problem with Tyler Perry. Honestly, I have so much respect for Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because what he's accomplished.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he wear a dress, but how many black people he feed?
Yeah.
Like, hundreds of thousands of people work for this man. And probably 70 to 80% of his staff is black.
Wow.
And no disrespect, it's like all the people saying about that dress stuff. Who you hiring? Who you putting up? That man taking care of people. That man, all these B-list celebrities leaving LA. Tyler Perry hiring these people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hollywood wouldn't let Tyler Perry in, so what he did, he built his own. So you talking bad about that man, but that man got one of the biggest studios in Atlanta. No, if not the biggest studio in Atlanta, and two, black owned and black ran.
Wow. And so that's one thing that I wanted to ask. You're right here in Atlanta.
Right.
Right with Tyler Perry. If you could collab with him on anything, what type of, I guess, writing would you see yourself doing with him? Or would it be like stage play or a movie? What would you see yourself doing?
I wouldn't want to work for Tyler Perry.
But collabing, working
I
with
would want to
him.
work maybe with him
Working with him.
because my brand and his brand kind of like left and right.
Exactly.
The brands are different. So I would love for him to be my mentor, to teach me some game or something like that. But me working for him, nah, I wanna be him.
Exactly.
So it's like how can you be him working? Because to me, if I work for him, to me that's being shady. If I know I want to be you,
Exactly.
you know, to me that ain't cool. Like, don't work for me if you want to be Mike Man. If you want to be this position, do that.
Right, right. So that's good that you say that. I think a lot about your casting. So when you do casting and people come on to you and they say they want to work for you, they want to be a part of your show.
Right.
What is a few of the characteristics that you're looking for as these people are being casted for your show?
Some of the people, is it picking that train up? Oh, it ain't. Okay, there's just a loud ass train. All right, but some of the I'm a little old. I don't know if y'all remember that TV commercial called, that TV show called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They used to come on CBS.
Okay.
And they had this island, and it was like the misfit toys.
Okay.
The toys that didn't nobody want to play with.
Okay.
I like to hire people like that.
Wow.
Because I was considered a misfit toy. I wasn't in the in crowd when I was in school. You know, I wasn't on the football team. I wasn't on the basketball team. Too short to play basketball. Wasn't big enough to play football. You know, I tried to play football one time, and the dude hit me so hard I started marching in the band.
Wow.
You know, so I felt like I was different. I was shorter than everybody else. So I like to give the underdog a chance.
So you cast the misfits.
Yeah, they might take offense to that, but
I don't think so. I think
they might.
That's big.
Yeah, they might.
Wow.
But I do. I like to give the people a chance you would never think have a chance. And to me, that shows my talent because I created something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said if Saturday Night Live in Living Color had a baby, they would call it Mike Ben Show.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is that?
Because I'm funny like in Living Color,
Okay.
but I got range like Saturday Night Live. Yeah, you know, like Saturday Night Live has a lot of range, but a lot of that stuff isn't just like funny.
Okay.
In Living Color was funny, but it didn't have that long range of stuff. Like, they just really stuck with, you know, the hood guy, the ghetto girl, the Jamaican guy, this person, that person. Saturday Night Live was more, you know, range with different cultures and opera.
Okay.
Like, I have a ghetto opera
Okay.
in my show. So yeah, I would say like I got range like Saturday Night Live, but I'm that slapstick funny like in Living Color. Yeah.
Wow, and it's crazy you say that because I feel like personally that that's what TV is missing. That show that we had back in the day. So is that your ultimate goal? Is to land a show on a network and?
I just think there isn't any more good black comedies anymore. It isn't. Like, it's no good black comedy TV shows no more. It's no good sketch. And even if it's not In Living Color or Mike Ben's show, it's nothing that makes you want to. What is on television right now that makes you want to go home to watch it?
Right.
You know, back in the day when the Living Color came on, Living Color on,
yeah.
Bill Cosby on,
Definitely.
Different World on, you know, we went home to watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day in school, girl on Living Color, remember they said whoop whoop, and you was doing the everything that's on TV that people rush home to watch is some gangster, some murderer, or some old crazy, no talented reality shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So life is all about leaving a legacy
Right.
for your children.
Right.
And that's what. So Alani and Yuzuri, am I saying that right?
That's right.
Those are
Yeah.
Two girls. Right?
Two girls. Woo. Boy.
What is the legacy and the message that you want to leave them?
The message I want to leave my two daughters is, follow your God-given talent. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I will die to try to leave my daughters my trust, like a trust fund. Like I'm out here gambling, and not gambling like casino gambling, but like I'm gambling my career and trying to make bigger steps to create something big enough to where if I don't even make it till I'm 48, 50, I hope I make it a lot earlier than that, but when I make it enough that I can set up a trust to where when my daughter's 18, she gets that amount of money, which probably she gonna mess up. 21, she'll get it again, she probably mess it up. 25,
Right.
After 25, she might get it right,
Right.
but I wanna set them up and teach them about credit and teach them about, you know, just a lot of the things. My mother set me on a phenomenal pedestal, but I wanna set them on a bigger pedestal. Yeah.
That's what it's about. And what's their age difference?
My one just turned 15
Okay.
2 days ago, and my youngest would be 9 months tomorrow.
Oh, baby. She walking.
Yeah. Standing up.
She's
She's
standing
standing
up.
up. Yeah. When I come home from a mad, hard day's work,
Mm-hmm.
see her brings joy to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
brings joy to me.
speaking of that, you come home from a hard day's work
Right.
and ain't shit popping. Nobody's called you back.
Oh.
Your team ain't acting right.
Oh.
Every door has been slammed in your face.
Right.
What picks you up? What keeps you going?
Just knowing that it's gonna happen. Cause I really love it. Some days I'm out of gas, some days I don't have no energy. Hell, I call you sometimes and I know it's gonna work for me. I know it's gonna work, I know it's gonna work, I know it's gonna work. And I did that in the club life. When I was in college, I was a promoter. That's how I lost my first family, promoting. Yeah. So when I lost my family, my first family, I was like, hell, I got to make it now because I ain't lost my, And when I moved to Jacksonville, I was the biggest upscale promoter in the city.
Okay.
The whole NFL team was at my door. Just, Mike Ben, what's up?
Right.
You know, it's on ESPN. The coach was like, I don't know if y'all want to go play football or go to Mike Ben and hang out. I had a club called Reefers, the best joint in town.
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah, man.
Wow, I just see so many big things for you.
Right.
And I don't know if that's, a lane that you're going to go down. Do you ever see yourself writing a book?
That would be deep. I got a lot of pent up stuff in me that I would put in a book. I probably wouldn't say it out my mouth.
Okay.
But I've had a lot of traumatic situations. And some pain I went through, a lot of stuff I went through. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
I would.
Wow.
Yeah. You know. I mean, I was destined to be successful because I felt like God built me for it tough. He gave me this big old head, short.
Uh-huh.
I got picked on a lot growing up in like elementary school. Got called egghead. I done heard every big head name in the book. So it was cool. It wasn't cool back then, but it's cool now because it built me to be tough, skin-wise. When people say stuff, social media or somebody say something about you, like, what you gonna say to me? So yeah.
Wow. So Kevin Hart has this saying, and it says,
Right.
"So what now?"
Yeah.
My question is, so what now? You're here in Atlanta.
Right.
You just finished up a show. What's next?
Actually, you just heard the phone call. I'll be working with Kevin Hart tomorrow. That's crazy. I'm working tomorrow.
Kevin Hart tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. So what are you?
6
what you
a.m.
doing? I'm
I'm playing his dad. I'm playing his dad, and we're gonna be riding in the van together, talking smack. So I'm very excited about that.
That's crazy that I mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and so that's your next project for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. But yeah, next I got a sitcom. I got a sitcom called Mike's Place. I got a sketch comedy show called The Mike Ben Show. TV, another sitcom called Side by Side. Movie called Two Preachers on a Mission. I got a lot. Hey, somebody
You're
give me a
on the
chance.
move.
Just give me a shot.
You're
I can't.
on the move, so
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Atlanta.
Right.
There are so many inspiring actors, actresses. How can they sign up to be a part of all of this that you have?
Look me up, Mike MikeBend 96 on Gmail, or Michael Ben on Facebook, MICHAELBEND. Look me up. I answer all my Facebook. I answer all my
He really
Gmail.
does.
I don't do all that.
He really does.
Go to my agent, my manager. I don't do none of that. No.
Yeah, he's
Nah,
really
I don't do that.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you can also reach me at
Yeah.
KAMI829 on
That's
Instagram. I love this guy. I hope that you guys got a chance to dig a little bit into his life. There's so much more because as you heard,
Right.
he's doing so much here in Atlanta. Please look him up. Please, thank you so much for being a part.
That's right.
All
Thank
right.
y'all. Peace.